Hey yo, what's going on guys? It's Mike Reed here and welcome back to another tour review by yours truly. And today we will be taking a look at yet some more Beyblades here on the channel. Particularly Beyblade X, of course. And, well, we got a fairly interesting one for you guys this time. So today we will be taking a look here at the Hasbro Beyblade X WyvernGale and DranSword 2-pack. Yes, so this came out, I believe, a couple waves ago, and I just happened to see it on a quick flash sale type deal, and I'm like, well, don't mind if I do. So I got it here. And looks to be a pretty solid set. Now, something that is interesting about this is that this is yet another instance of Hasbro doing re-releases of random booster prize space for the Takara releases, but in this case, instead of being a booster, it's a 2-pack. Just very, very interesting. But taking a look at the set here, of course we get the Beyblade X logo, as per usual up there, with a very, very nice CG render of WyvernGale and DranSword there, just battling it out. And then, of course, in this down here, we do get a very nice clear window look at the blades, which, again, look really, really solid. And, of course, down here we get our Gale Wyvern 360T and DranSword, excuse me, 380B text down here. And, of course, balance type and stamina type, respectively. Also up here, it does, of course, include both bays, both completed bays up there. And then, of course, up there we also get the Takara Tomy logo as well, and a Hasbro logo down there as well. So, spinning the box around here. On this side, of course, we get yet another teaser of the Hasbro app. Very nice to see. And on the back, we get a very nice look at the base themselves. Of course, starting off with WyvernGale 360T, it is, of course, balance type, right spin. And, of course, you get a nice display of all of its parts right there. So, very, very solid. And then over here, we have, of course, DranSword 380B, which is a stamina type, right spin. And we get all of its parts beautifully displayed right there. So, pretty nice stuff right there. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and crack this dual pack open and let's see how cool these two actually are. Alright guys, so with both bays fully unboxed, let's go ahead and take a look at the part by part, and I think we'll start off with DranSword here with its blade, which of course is DranSword, or sword drawn, and it looks absolutely fantastic. I love this recolor. Just the black, the blue, and the gray just works so well, and I love the gradient too, from almost like a metallic gray, almost like a gunmetal. Just really works well for this guy. Now, of course, as I said, this is yet another random booster prize bay. I believe this one was from the very first random booster release, or at least released for the Takara brand. Anyway, excuse me. So, I was about to say Volume 2, but no, the other one is Volume 2. But anyhow, so, pretty solid looking recolor. And of course, we do get the metal clear coat finished to this one, which I believe is the first, at least in my personal collection of DranSwords, to feature this. And for a quick comparison, whilst we're at it, let me grab my other two variants of DranSword. So let me grab my starter version. And then, of course, my red one that came in the Viper Tail 2-pack, or Tail Viper. As you can see, pretty solid versions of DranSword here. Pretty darn solid. So yeah, really good color variation. Plus, they always give Dran very nice recolors, so I can't be mad. And then, of course, on the back, we do get the QR codes. That way you guys can scan DranSword or Sword Dran into your Beyblade X mobile app. So, pretty darn nice recolor. Really happy to have this. Next up, we get the Ratchet here, which is 380. Now 380 we've seen plenty of times by now, but we get it here again in this nice sort of, what is this, translucent white and this sort of dark white color. Well, it's more like white and translucent color, but still, just clear. Pretty solid though, nonetheless. And last but not least, we get the bit here, which is B, or ball. Now, of course, I think I have like a dozen copies of this by now, but it is nice to get it here again in this nice black color. So hey, I will take it. And once you assemble the bay right here, nice tight click. Actually, wait. There we go. Nice tight click. And nice tight click there. There you have DranSword or Sword Drawn 380 ball. All in all, pretty solid looking combo. Did quite like him quite a bit. Now let's move on to the second bay in this set, who's also pretty darn interesting. That, of course, being WyvernGale. And once again, this guy looks absolutely fantastic. It's just like DranSword. Wyvern also gets some really darn good recolors. I have no idea why. Especially for how outclassed this part is nowadays. But regardless, pretty darn nice recolor. In this nice yellow and blue color. Just works super well. Of course, it does have the clear coat finish on the metal, once again. Just like my black version from my, what was it, Phoenix Rudder deck set review. So, nice to see that come back here. And yeah, I love the translucent, also the translucent yellow here definitely helps accent it as well. Just the gear chip design, which looks so good here as well. So, and for a quick comparison, let me grab my other two variants here. In particular, my original WyvernGale from the 2-pack, Hasbro 2-pack. And here we have it next to the black one from the Phoenix Rudder deck set. All in all, very nice recolors of WyvernGale. Just really nice. So. And of course, on the back here, you do also get your QR code back here, so that way you guys can scan WyvernGale or Gale Wyvern into your Beyblade X mobile app. So, once again, another solid recolor, Takara and Hasbro by proxy. Really solid stuff. Oh, and something to note as well is that that was originally released in the Random Booster Volume 2 for the Takara brand. In case I didn't mention that already. But anyhow, next up we get the Ratchet here, which is 360. Now 360 I have like a dozen of by now. Since apparently they really like reissuing this part, which it's not a bad Ratchet, but just okay, right? And we get it here in this nice dark orange and this sort of, what do you want to call this, like Fanta orange color, which is oddly reminiscent of the 380 that came on the 3-on-3 deck set Hellscythe. No idea why, but it kind of reminds me of that. I like that color, so nice to see that come back here, kind of, with this Ratchet. So, very nice. And last but not least, we get the bit, which of course is T, or taper. Now, taper, of course, we've seen plenty of times by now, but we get it here again in this nice yellow color. Well, sort of a lighter yellow, but it still works. It works. So, once you assemble the bay right here, nice tight click there again. There you have WyvernGale, or Gale Wyvern, 360 taper. All in all, very solid combo. And again, just to show it next to DranSword here, yeah, these two look really good together. So, very solid choices by Hasbro, once again. But with that said, I think that's pretty much going to wrap it up for the overview on these two. Oop, there we go. So let's go ahead and do a quick jump cut and see how these guys perform in battle. So see you guys in just a bit. Alright guys, and we are back. And of course we got my lovely BX10 here, as per usual. And we have my, oh boy, getting rather extensive here, collection of bays off screen here. So, of course, we got our brand new bays right here. And I will be using my lovely winder launcher here. And let's go ahead and see what these two can do in the stadium on their own. And I think we're going to start off with DranSword here, of course. So, here we go. Now, as expected from a stamina type, it is very, very passive. Just a little bit of movement, but not a whole lot. Though I bet the offense is going to be insane on this one, if my previous DranSwords are anything to go off of, let alone the retools I've gotten. Ow. So, very, very nice. Right there. And now next up for Wyvern. See what he does. Ooh, and he gets moving pretty quick. But that's to be expected from Taper. But I guess it also helps that Wyvern's very aerodynamic, so he can really get those extreme dashes and really get moving, as you would expect. So, pretty darn nice. Right there. And now let's go ahead and get some base for them to battle against. And of course we will go in order of Dran will be first, and then Wyvern afterwards. So, I think we'll start off with... you know what? Let's do Knight Shield here. See what he can do against the mighty DranSword here. There we go. Alright. Come on, DranSword. Woo! As I was saying, this is way too passive for DranSword. There we go. There's the crazy attacks I'm used to. Yeah! Absolutely annihilated Knight Shield. Let's go again. Alright, DranSword. Let's see some more of your explosive power here. Oh, there it is. Oh, I think it just... Oh, okay. What? I thought that was Knight Shield who burst, because I thought I heard one of the bits pop out, but nope. DranSword just got absolutely annihilated there. So, let's try one more time. Alright, ooh, shoot, okay. DranSword's getting active now. Yeah, he don't play. Come on, DranSword. Now, Knight Shield's not doing too shabby either. It's kind of sitting in the middle, chill. Come on. Oh, this could be close. Maybe. Dang! And Knight Shield wins again. Gosh darn it. Well, let's go ahead and see if maybe Wyvern can get any better luck. So, here we go. Wow, okay, Wyvern, really? How did you miss? He was right in front of you. Alright, let's go again. That was just sad. There we go, Wyvern. That's a little more like it. Now, hit him. There we go. Hit him again. Yes! Woo! And a knockout by WyvernGale. Absolutely fantastic. Jeez. Alright. One more time. One more time. Wyvern, did you even try? So you hit him, and then he just goes flying. Okay. Well, I mean, he is a dragon, so fair enough. Not to mention, I mean, jeez, I mean, have you seen the size of these wings? So, but you're not supposed to fly away. You're supposed to fly towards them, but okay. Anyway, let's move on to someone a little different. And you know what? Heck. Let me grab my yellow buster here. See what he can do. Excuse me. Whew. against DranSword here. And yes, I am leaving that in the recording. Because why not, right? Woo! Alright. Here we go, DranSword. Yeah! Woo! Seriously? The one time my Drawn Buster actually wins. The one time. Because normally this guy loses quite a bit. You'd be surprised. But, okay. Let's go again regardless. Alright, DranSword, you can chill out now. Jeez. I know you're taking that last loss personally, but like, jeez, dude. Okay, and DranSword won. Surprisingly. Alright, one more time. And then we'll move on to Wyvern. Well, that was awful fast. Jeez, I didn't even get time to react. Good grief. Alright. Well, you go back over there, Dran. I think you've gotten humiliated enough by your stronger variant. So, let's see if Wyvern has any better luck. Okay. Woo. Very interesting movement here. Come on, Wyvern. Okay. And, alright. That was surprisingly chill. I thought this next one was going to be as chill. Well, let's go again anyway. Alright, Wyvern, jeez. Woo, okay. I guess Wyvern's taking it personally from how much DranSword got humiliated. So, let's go one more time. Let's see what happens here. Wyvern turned into a bay wheel in the pit, but like, what? Okay. You know what? Rematch. Because that was a draw. Let's go again. Wow. Okay. He didn't even hit him that hard. He just threw him into the pit. Okay. Well, Wyvern won anyway. So, alright. I think for our last bay here, for our last one, let's do, you know what, let's grab a Hasbro exclusive. We haven't used those in a minute. And I think we will grab Yellow Kong. Why not? Let's see what he can do against Dran and Wyvern here. Even though it is ironic because Yellow Kong's obviously a retool of Wyvern, but you get it. You get it. Alright, Dran. Let's see if you can get your redemption after your previous humiliation by Buster there. Ooh, there we go. Very interesting counter movement from Kong. Okay. I wonder who's going to be winning this one. I wonder. Unless maybe Kong can pull off a miracle here. Yeah, I think it's pretty much decided, isn't it? What? Okay. You know what? I'm not even going to question how Wyvern won that. I'm not even going to question it. Let's go again anyway. Okay. What even happened? No, he barely touched him. No, he barely touched you. Are you serious? Okay, now, one more time. One more time. I mean, Dran, come on. Wyvern, I mean, Kong's not even that difficult to defeat, so, like, just beat him already. What are you doing? Wow, okay. So, apparently, like, is Kong better than I thought he was, or does this combo kind of stink? I don't know which of the two I find weirder. But anyhow, now let's give Wyvern a chance here. Because apparently Dran is sucking. Okay. And Wyvern just packed him up quick. Alright. Let's go again. Now, can we actually get a fight this time? Another one? No, we're not. That's fine, too. Alright. One more time. Now, I want a good, clean fight. So, okay. Well, that was something. Alright guys, so with all of that being said, I think that pretty much wraps it up for this review on DranSword and WyvernGale here. All in all, a pretty solid 2-pack for what these guys are. So, let's go over the pros and cons with these ones. I mean, hey, more random booster prizes from Hasbro. I can't be mad. Not to mention pretty solid combos too, with 380 in ball here on DranSword. And of course, as per usual with any of these random booster related releases, if you don't have any of these parts already, this is a pretty nice way to get these parts. And of course, the recolor of DranSword here, again, just looks really, really good. Really good choices from Hasbro here. And mostly ditto for Wyvern here. Though, of course, it does help that it's nice to see a more attack-oriented combo, since for the most part they kind of put this guy on like more defensive combos. So it's nice to see something more attack-related officially when it comes to this particular release. So that's nice to see as well. But with all that said as well, if you guys did enjoy this review, then please make sure to drop a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and ring that notification bell so that way you guys get notified for all my uploads. Later, Eat Squad, and have a good one.